Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today on an episode which is either being uploaded on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I don't know which one, but happy holidays and Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. And if you don't, then, you know, I hope you're just having a great day yourself. So I guess it'd be like, oh, right now it's 11:45. Wow, it's quite late. 11:45 on Wednesday, not on Wednesday, Saturday, 24th of December, or Sunday, the 25th of December. Yeah, normally I don't play Animal Crossing this late, but you know, I've got the ability to today. Oh, personal walks in outer space, interesting. So I'm taking advantage of that because I don't have a backlog. An art studio wearing your masterpieces. Like an art gallery. Or is that different enough from Skies? I'm not sure. Spacewalk one is interesting. Like I'm so tempted. You know what? Hippeux? You got the Fawnhollow bias because since you were someone who used to be on Fawnhollow, you know you should get preference for someone to be able to have access to a customization. I just can't think. Like it's obviously way too late to actually be recording an Animal Crossing episode. Here I am doing it anyway. But it's fine. But it's fine. We are going to make you an art studio. Interesting. See, I thought, you know, your recommended items would be like art gallery sort of things. But actually, have we done an art gallery before? I know we have Sky's like art school. I don't know, for one, what on earth we're going to do for you, Hippeux. Let me think. Hold on. So you have an art studio. I think I want to put you in a secluded mountaintop where you can freely concentrate on the exact customizations you're going to be doing. I don't want to put you on that mountaintop. I want to put you... I mean, that's an option. This is an option as well. This feels quite isolated. No, but I want to put you in a natural scenery place. A place where it feels like it would be plausible for you to get a lot of, like, inspiration. Why is this a mountaintop? You're not on top of mountains. Just one with like reasonably elevated. I don't want to put you there because that's a farming location. One with beautiful scenery. Oh, let's put you on the cliffside. Or like one of these beachy areas. I don't want to just put you on plains. An island's not a bad idea. Like a beach? This is secluded enough. Okay. This is like your own private island. I think it could have nice sights. Basically I'm sort of just trying to like find somewhere for you to go because I don't really have much of an idea because I don't think the recommended items has not given me enough of a sway, customizationally speaking. So I'm gonna have to see the items that you actually have recommended. But yeah, right now it's either Christmas Eve, it's Christmas dinner, Christmas Day itself. I mean, I've said before I don't really celebrate Christmas. At least in traditional Christmas sense, I only celebrate it in the sort of like recreational, time for family and friends sort of sense. So, you know, basically just like the commercial sense of anything, which, you know, I suppose is the antithesis of what a lot of people like to celebrate Christmas for, and, you know, that's fair enough. It's just more like, I like it as a holiday for, you know, a holiday with family comes first, and togetherness, I suppose, is something which, you know, does, you know, I was going to say I relate to, but that's not really what I meant, more like something which I do, you know, think is awesome. So that's why. Oh, that's cool. I didn't expect you to have like a street art sort of style and paintball flooring. So it's like you got paint everywhere. That's a really interesting idea. I think this is a more interesting idea actually. I didn't intentionally go with such a small space. But it does feel kind of interesting having such a small space. I think having a long space is a little bit more interesting. So you have like experimental rooms, and then at the back here you have like finished works of art which you like. Wow, you have a lot of really interesting... Oh, you're meant to be a sculptor. Right? Because you don't have any... You don't have any artwork. Like... As a recommended item, which is very interesting. Work table, I guess we'll use black. And then, I think this is a project table, so do these stack together? These do very almost stack together. You might be like, very almost is not like a descriptive phrase, and you are very almost right. So we'll have just sort of like 3 tables laid out here. I can see you just sort of like hopping back and forth between them. And whatnot, then we'll have, I want like a tarp on the ground, like a sloppy rug, to be like, yes, this is what you're working over. What if we made it 4x10? Do I dare be so bold? No, but this doesn't make sense, because at least over 6x10 we can sort of put like shelves and things on the outside to like display stuff, but with 4x10 we very much cannot do that. So bookshelf is an interesting idea. Medicine chest is strange, but I mean, we're gonna go with it because it kind of looks like is that the darkest colour you got? I mean, dark wood's not really what I want, but I guess we'll work with silver. It kind of looks like a paints cabinet, so we're gonna roll with that. And then over here we're gonna put iron shelf. I don't know why I'm customizing it. Leave it as black. DIY workbench feels pretty reasonable to put down. Can we make it black or greyish, ash brown? Black, there you go. And then over here we can put, I don't know if a bookshelf really makes much sense, to be honest, but I guess we'll put one down. I don't think it doesn't have a black option. There's going to be some other sort of shelving unit, which I think will probably make more sense. Like a chest, oh yeah, like a vintage dresser. You can have like be an organizer, full of all sorts of different things. I also liked a standalone sink idea, a utility sink. Pop this here underneath there. Yeah, but this will be a sort of like display area, I think, where you have like your ongoing project. So why don't we make the motherly statue your ongoing project, and then we can put something for you to work on underneath, you know, not like grey floor tiles. Just sort of like a clean. No, that doesn't look like an. I want something which looks like a tarp. You know, or like newspaper you put on the ground, which you're going to pick up afterwards after you finished the customization to clean up. But I don't know if that's going to be an option. I think sloppy rug looks the best, but it's a bit big. So why don't we get rid of one table? Yes, there we go. And then we can put it in the centre. Now it looks like a proper tarp that you put on the ground. Let's put this a little bit closer to the centre. And something should go here. Maybe like a table? Boxes? Step ladder's interesting. Keep things black. Black and white. Because that gives it a very sort of modern feel, I think. And this very feels sort of like post-modern-esque. I guess I'll blue as a highlight colour. I didn't intend to, but, you know, now we've got the sloppy rug on the ground. I think it does work. This is actually working out a lot better than I expected. At least a lot more interestingly than I expected. Okay, so we have a lot of like spit and chainsaw. Oh my god. I mean, I guess we could put a chainsaw. I don't know why on earth you'd be using a chainsaw to like... There's no black option? Okay. I don't know why you'd be using like a chainsaw to cut into whatever that's made out of, like marble or something, but still. Okay, that's fine. And then we're going to use a modelling clay. I don't know if this has a black option. It doesn't have a black option, so we're going to go with beginning stages. Because I think with dinosaur, while it's cute, it doesn't look very sort of professional made, you know? So we're going to have this stuff all down here. Smile, bug, still life. Okay, so we have a painting part here. We have modelling over there. A wooden toolbox makes sense. Avocado, ew. Okay, I don't want these colours, so they no longer make sense. An SLR camera, I think that can make sense. How many things can make sense? Everything can make sense, but you use this to like take images, tangle chords, which you use because you're an artist. You have a mind of an artist. Everything is messy. Everything is unorganized because it's exactly where you need things to be. Instant noodles. Shio ramen. Pop them down here in like the garbage dump, which you're accumulating in the corner of your room. Scatter papers for your brilliant work, your illustrations. Unfortunately, we don't have room to put them over there, but I think that works as well. In fact, that means we probably should switch these around. Something like this on this side. I'm going to put this on this side and then put like a little lamp on your table, if that's even an option. Crisps actually is not a bad idea either. I can't imagine cheesy snacks. I can't imagine trying to work on like any sort of artwork, like sculpting a thing while eating crisps in a nearby packet. That just seems like a recipe for disaster, IMO, but the chainsaw sort of cracks me up because like why would you have like an entire chainsaw just next to it? But sloppy bed's actually an interesting idea as well. But you don't even you live and breathe your art. There's like you have no room for a bed because you're just it's just your entire life. Reference book seems reasonable. Stack them up, knock them down. Ice sculpture outside. It's a really interesting idea. But you've got no room for like earthly possessions like a book or like a book or like I was gonna say TV. That's not like the second highest priority I think in life. Or like other things you need, like a sofa, a bath. There you go. I couldn't think. I was like, what do you have in a normal house? I'm going delusional. I'm trying to look for office supplies because I think that would be a good idea, and a toolbox. Those are two things which I think would make sense if it's customization meal. I'm not going to find it in the food and drink section. What is wrong with me? I mean, I did say a lamp earlier. I don't know what lamp would make the most sense. So we're going to have to sort of figure that out. And by figure that out, I mean not figure that out. Oh yeah, absolutely. We need an upright speaker. No way you're not working on some like the next most beautiful artwork you've ever seen and you're working in absolute silence. I refuse to believe it. Okay, put the speaker down here. So it's like you're simultaneously working on it. There's a lot of other things I was thinking as well. I'm not sure if I want a modern speaker necessarily, but I think it's fine looking at it. There's a lot of other things I think could also work, but I kind of need to see them because I don't remember what they are off the top of my head. Document stack could be an interesting idea. Let's see if you have storyboards or an unfolded reference sheet. Oh, newspapers. No way you don't see just like a load of newspapers in an artist's room. Wow, these actually changed model. I never noticed that. I never really thought about it. Newspapers, because you've got to put them down to like cover the ground or whatnot to make sure you don't completely ruin everything. Oh, there you go, office supplies. Guess I'll keep the white and blue colour scheme. Actually, that's quite green, isn't it? Is that green? Yeah, that's green. We don't want green because it's not easy being green. Z. Paints. That's what I wanted. Pastel or... I guess pastel feels a bit softer. It feels like it makes a bit more sense. Despite the fact it definitely does not make any more sense. But it sort of feels like it incorporates with the colour scheme a little bit better. We've got blue and white toolbox. Which way? I think that's facing a wall. Yeah, there you go. That looks about right. And then I kind of want no light and then just like a bright spotlight on this thing. Or like, you know what I want? I want studio wall, stylish wall even, spotlights. To be able to properly display this. What am I doing? So I think we should move this backwards a little bit. To sort of properly display it, and we'll have just like sort of scattered pieces. Wait, can we put scattered papers here? We can. Definitely scattered papers here. Newspaper pile. To the side. Ready, at the ready. And then the papers here for quick and easy referencing. Actually, let's put the paint bucket here as well. Actually, can we use monochrome? Because then it actually looks like you're working on that. And then the documents here for quick references. Or whatever you're doing. A clock. An artsy looking clock. Wood mounted. No. Orange mounted. No, that doesn't fit with colour scheme. Ironwood? We don't have a lot of wooden looking things in here, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily what I want. Maybe a diner neon clock. Maybe you got it because it... You got it because of artistic purposes. You got it like where you're touring out somewhere, or I don't really know. I feel like you'd have like a lot of nice artwork on your wall as well, just to sort of inspire. Oh, a mood board. That's a really good idea. We'll give you a bulletin board for a mood board because I think this has a blue version, which it does. This is what you use to get your own ideas. Hang up your ideas, being like, that will be exactly what I need to make. What sort of ceiling lamp we should do? Oh, dustpan and brush should probably be down here somewhere. You got to be able to clean up after yourself, you know. Otherwise, things will just be an absolute mess. Oh, you have no recommended ceiling lights. Interesting. I'm not sure if I agree with that necessarily. It does kind of feel like you should have something. I'm not really sure what though. Maybe a simple shaded lamp? Is that even... That's not above it. Is that above it? Okay, how about we put one in the middle there and one equidistant this side? Is that equidistant? One, no, it's 2.5. One, 2.5, so about here. That's about right. And we could put one in the centre as well. Why not? Just for sort of completionist sake. This looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let's polish some things. Like, we're gonna be like, ooh, this stuff is long expired. Don't eat that. We have, Popple Shock. No, we have Chatter Blurb from a DIY desk. So it's like, ooh, those are ideas. And then we make the actual artwork sparkle because it's like the greatest thing he's ever created. You're like, his methods are absolute madness, but you know, he still is the greatest artist of our entire generation, or something like that. You know, that's the sort of vibe I want to give off. So what do you have as recommended outfit? I don't know what I'm going to do outside. I haven't really thought about that. I feel like I want to give you something a bit more artsy. Artsy smartsy, you know? But I'm not really sure what that is. What feels particularly artsy? Like a smock or something? Overalls? That's pretty artsy. Black and white. Wait, is that not like painters? I swear it's like painters' overalls or something. Am I making this up? I might be making this up. Or maybe that was in a different game. Yeah, painter's coverall. How this wasn't one of the default options is beyond me. But then you wear that. You wear your black beret on top. You wear your hipster glasses on the top of your nose. Boom. Artist right there. Artiste, I might even say. I also think we need like the ocean waves in the background. Because it's like, ooh, how do you get your inspiration? Ooh, from the calming sounds of the ocean. You get me? And I think it's something very telling, you know, having windows, but he's purposely put the blinds down to shut out all light, all external noises, so he can really channel his internal dialogue, his internal vision, and make it come to life. So let's change the season. Why don't we change it to like autumn or something? Just so it's not summer again. Like, it doesn't really matter what season it is. Winter's an interesting idea. I didn't really consider that, to be honest, but I think we'll give you a modest looking house. A little log chalet. Maybe not log, actually stucco. A green and white, ew. Grey? White? Okay, fine. Because we have a very sort of like modern, I was going to say postmodernism, which is not a thing yet, I don't think. And I don't know, maybe we are in a postmodern phase, but yeah, very sort of modern stylings or white and black aesthetics, and I think we should probably lean into that a little bit. So something like that, artistic. An outside, you have a sandcastle, why not? Fantastic sandcastle because you're modelling sculpture on the outside. You have, let's give you a little stool to sit on, and a painting easel, which is not an item, unfortunately. I think we just had to literally give you a piece of artwork, but wooden stool, wooden stool, white wood, black pattern. Let's also give you really early morning. I just kind of like want the start of sunrise. It's like, oh, you've woken up at the crack of dawn just to paint a beautiful scenery, which we'll choose in a second. Like glowing painting. Like you chose to paint this just this morning. That's literally something you saw right there. And then like you've sculpted many a beautiful thing before. Like, whoa, Hippeux, I didn't know you were one who sculpted. I don't remember what this one's called. This guy. I was going to say like David or Goliath, but I don't know if that's right. Whoa, I didn't know you're one who sculpted this lady either. That's incredible, Hippeux. You have a real talent for artistry. It's like, whoa, Hippeux, I didn't know you sculpted a discus thrower. Whoa, Hippeux, I didn't know you sculpted a valiant statue. You know, all the times it's appeared in other people's customizations, it's all fakes. This is a real deal, baby. Why is this a 3x3? Almost feels bizarre, but there you go. These are sort of like your pièce de résistance. I mean, you like have a little bit of fun. You made yourself a little sand castle. What else can we have outside? What makes sense outside? I don't know. Maybe just some trees. Yeah, can't go wrong. Some trees. Lose yourself in nature. I can imagine you saying something sort of like that. That's how you really channel your best self. You're like, oh, I just really choose to immerse myself in the nature and the beauty of the world around me. I actually kind of don't like these trees, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if we should just put more art things down. So like this is what you're currently working on, which is why it's here. And you have like, I don't know. Ice sculpture is quite funny, but it doesn't really make much sense, does it? I'm not really sure what to do outside. I gave you a beach house, but unfortunately there's not really a lot you can do with beach stuff. I guess we could use some of the seasonal ocean items. Maybe that makes a bit of sense. Wherever they are. Apparently they don't exist. I also saw a Statue of Liberty, and for a split second I was like, whoa, he made a Statue of Liberty? Beautiful. Bird bath? I can see this working. A black bird bath. I think it's interesting how we actually also use black as a main colour in a non-gothic sense. This was a bit more modern. I was looking for something which had a bit more of a black design rather than a white focused design, you know? Windmill. Shop sign. Keep bees? Would you keep bees? I don't know. Would you do some sport for fun? Maybe. I didn't see why you couldn't. You probably keep yourself quite busy though. So whether that ever comes to pass or not, who really knows? Oh, a telescope's actually a really nice idea. You wake up to look out over the horizon to gain some inspiration. We could just put like seashells or stuff on the ground. Like statue and lighthouse. Boat? Maybe you own a yacht? In which case, you know, you're clearly making some very good money for the artistry you're doing. You're not a starving artist. I suppose you are a legendary artist, so, you know. If there's any artist who can afford a yacht, it's you. I think it's probably fine. I don't really think the outside's a selling point, I'm going to be honest, of this customization. Yeah, I think that's good. Genuinely, I actually quite like the inside. I think it works quite well. And despite, you know, I did it quite quickly as well, but I got an idea very quickly as well, so I guess that kind of helped. It's a bit dark in here now, but I think that's easily remedied by just sort of slightly, or using custom lighting for one and slightly turning it up. I want low light, but I don't want darkness, you know? I mean, it's fine. I think I can vibe with this Hippeux. That was an insanely fast customization as well. You know, apparently when I really want to do a fast customization, I could just absolutely zoom through it. And it was just over 20 minutes as well. Man, that was fast. Like the one I did yesterday was even faster. It was like whatchamacallit? It was like 16 minutes long or something, which is insane. What's it say? I was just looking at my phone, which had messages, but it's okay. It's not things I need to reply to. I think it just looks nice. I actually quite like the inside. I think it's like very to the point, you know. Legendary Artist Studio, Happy Home Paradise. Actually, I need to look at it. Did the Animal Crossing episode, which was meant to go up today, did it get published? Little Nightmares 2. Looks like it did. Okay, fair enough. Oh. Thanks again, dear. Okay, why don't we take a photo for you? I actually think I have an interesting idea. Like, because, you know, I've been sort of having this narrative that you're just sort of hard at work always. I don't want you even facing the camera. I don't want you to even acknowledge us. This is your art studio. You came here to work. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to do this. And we sort of just like, Dutch angle for really no reason whatsoever. But we see you from an angle, a working angle. Like we just entered your home and we're rudely disturbing you now. I feel like I'm intruding. Because you're hard at work. We can even put you in a third of a frame. No, that doesn't make sense. Put you here. Frame you center. Or at the very least, I think it's an interesting angle to take a photo from. Like, I don't know if I've taken a photo where, you know, I didn't want the villager actually looking at me in the first place. But I think that works. I think it would be better if you had an interactive animation, which, like, actually looked like you were touching a statue. But of course, I don't think that's probably the best vibe to get across, being like, hey, you know, kids, just go to a museum and just, you know, touch all the statues, you know? That's exactly what they want you to do. It definitely doesn't, like, wear down the statue or anything like that. Definitely would not be a problem in future. But there you go. I think probably this one's coming up. This one will be published on Christmas Day. Itself, I don't know for certain. But if it is, then, well, you know, happy holidays. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. And if you're just having, you know, the day off, if you're just relaxing, I suppose it is, you know, Sunday, right? You know, I hope you're having a merry time with family, with friends, by yourself, or, you know, doing whatever you're doing. But apart from that, I'm going to round off this episode here. So, if you haven't been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing. Oh, you know, I can't round it off yet because we haven't made it to the town centre yet. The town hall. That's always where we round off the episodes. Okay, I think I start now. If you haven't been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription shares are greatly appreciated. Discord and Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Whew, very late this episode, huh?